What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. You know, for some of these later Marvel Phase 4 films, it feels like we've been talking about them for almost 3 years, and that's because we have the original report of Namor serving as the antagonist for the upcoming Wakanda Forever was all the way back in summer of 2019, one of the first stories that broke after the release of Avengers Endgame. Here we are 3 years later, and the most recent confirmation coming to us from a Brazilian website that's had a lot of things right about the MCU recently. I'll go ahead and issue the light and normal spoiler warning. Explains how Marvel Studios may choose to change the origin for Namor in the MCU, which includes a ton of details about this character and, of course, reconfirming the actor we reported on almost 2 years ago. We're breaking down this latest report, an update for Wakanda Forever, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider scoop and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which we are just days away from the next one. If you want, stick around at the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So this breaking earlier today from the Brazilian film site chipu.com. They've had some stories they've posted recently actually end up coming to fruition, especially with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But the normal spoiler warning, take everything that doesn't come directly from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt, leave it in rumor territory, but if it's somehow going to influence the film or ruin it for you, well, you know, if you're susceptible to that kind of thing, you might want to back out now, come back and see us after the film comes out. We'll still be here. So the entire article is obviously written in Portuguese, and while thank God for Google Translate, it doesn't do a great job of going one-to-one. So also thank God for Reddit, where one of the users translated it loosely to this: the character will be in the film but not originate in Atlantis as in the comics, but in the Central American region, and will come from a historic and submerged city of Mexican culture. In addition, he will be the son of a human with the queen of the submerged people. Tanac Huerta will play the character that's been confirmed for almost 2 years now, who will also be accompanied by a royal guard. Now, the article goes on to say something about loosely Marvel wanting to differentiate the character from the already released by DC Aquaman with Jason Momoa, and how the fanbase may get confused, but I hate when I see that as a catchphrase, because let's be real, guys, no one's going to be confused. Yes, they are two Aqua characters. Yes, they are very similar. Is this new to comics between DC and Marvel? Absolutely not. And, you know, there's no risk of Aquaman showing up in the Marvel Universe, at least not anytime soon. Not to go on a tangent here, but I do believe at some point in at least some of our lifetimes, we're going to see a DC versus Marvel film in like 2038, after they have nothing left to do with the genre. In the meantime, and with that confusion aside, there were rumors that Marvel Studios would actually go in a different direction and choose the Mayan Empire as the actual source of the now submerged city, but it seems as though they're going in a different direction and choosing the city of Talocan, which I absolutely did not pronounce correctly, but according to the Aztecs, is one of their first upper worlds and considered a paradise. So Marvel Studios choosing amongst one of the many mythologies across the globe to bring to life in the MCU is nothing different, and we actually just saw that real recently in the Thor trailer, with Zeus appearing in what looks like the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Now, moving forward, that only leaves a couple of questions about an already very packed plot, who has the very complicated job of not only addressing Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa's death in the universe, but also anointing a new Black Panther, and also introducing Namor, who should and could be Marvel Cinematic Universe's very first mutant. Marvel Studios has yet to address this at all with the reacquisition of those rights, and we even heard real recently from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness writer Michael Waldron that even though they presented Professor X, they didn't mention the X-Men on purpose because they didn't want it to be all about that. But at some point, you're going to have to do so, and this does not seem like the film, with all that they have left to do for character arcs in Wakanda, that you would want to spend explaining mutant kind. However, and just for devil's advocacy's sake, in with the loss of Tony Stark now, and presumably no Reed Richards yet in the 616, Shuri may be not only one of the most intelligent, but one of the most ably equipped to analyze and explain mutants. Think about her tech there in Wakanda, light years of even Tony Stark when first introduced into the MCU, and again with Tony Stark gone, and with no real development yet of the MCU's smartest person, it seems like Shuri's first in line to take that title, especially with the tech that she's got. So if mutants need a quick analyzer and explainer, an introduction into the MCU, with everyone we've got already introduced, Shuri may be the most able and capable of doing that, identifying what it actually is and explaining it on screen. Crazy to think about, Namor carried the title of the very first mutant into the Marvel Comics and now may do so on the silver screen. Also, one of the few characters whose rights were tied up in a different studio and never confirmed to be fully assumed by Marvel Studios alongside the Hulk over at Universal. So if Namor does indeed show up in this film, and in light of no very public announcement of a deal between Universal and Marvel to do this, it's safe to assume they got the rights back and the character will be in the MCU proper to stay, with the possibility of even a solo film. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments about Namor showing up in Wakanda Forever, and if you agree with me that that seems a little odd, you're going to introduce the first mutant and explain it alongside everything they have left to explain in the MCU. We do have a video in queue explaining who's going to be the next Black Panther. I think it's already been revealed. We'll talk about that in an upcoming video. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the meantime, and quickly, let's get into the giveaway and talk about what's going on here at the channel in the next week or so. All right. First up, the giveaway. We are right around the corner from the next milestone, which is 960, as we give away a PlayStation 5 every 20,000 subscribers all the way up to 1 million. We're going to hit that any day now, easily by the end of the month. So if you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That'll automatically enter you. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places: Instagram and Twitter. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name Allfires. Over the next week, guys, I will be putting out as many videos as I normally do, but the times of posting may be a little odd. I'll actually be out in Anaheim for the Star Wars celebration leading up to the release of Kenobi. If the time permits and I'm able to do so from the Wi-Fi in the hotel room at the Anaheim Center for the Star Wars celebration, I'll also start up watch parties for Kenobi. I don't plan on covering Kenobi and doing the Easter egg breakdowns. There's other channels for that, and I really enjoy Star Wars, but a lot more casually than the way that I do cover Marvel here at the channel. But Kenobi's going to be one of those lifetime releases. I really feel like this show is going to capture imagination. For me, it's at least a major point of fan interest. So going into that, if you want to do a live watch party, I'm going to be hosting one here on the channel again this first week, as long as internet permits, and then going on for the rest of that. We'll also be doing the watch parties live for Miss Marvel, and I'll be seeing the pre-screener for that with an update for that very soon. I believe that's in 6 short days. Guys, I love you. I'll see you out there. Lots of exciting stuff coming. Thor: Love and Thunder right around the corner. Brand new trailer for that tomorrow, and I will have an Easter egg breakdown of the new footage up ASAP. Peace.